Hello, Tottenham fans. We're back with another thrilling video full of the latest Spurs updates. Before we dive in, I need your help to reach an important milestone, 2,000 subscribers. If you enjoy our content and want to see more, hit that subscribe button right now. It only takes a second and makes a huge difference. Stick around until the end because you won't want to miss a single update about our beloved team. Let's make this journey together, COYS. The match between Tottenham and Crystal Palace, played this Sunday at the Tottenham HOTSPUR Stadium, left the home fans with a bitter sense of frustration. With the expectation of a positive result, Ange Postecoglou's Tottenham failed to meet the expectations. The coach had been praised for his ongoing work, offensive playing philosophy, and the momentum he had given the team, but in this particular game, Spurs appeared vulnerable against a well-organised and pragmatic Crystal Palace under Oliver Glasner's guidance. The result was undoubtedly a significant setback for the club, which now faces the growing pressure of needing to recover and turn the situation around. The game was marked by a Tottenham side lacking creativity, unable to find spaces in Crystal Palace's defence. The home team controlled a good portion of possession but failed to convert that into clear chances on goal. The lack of intensity in offensive transitions was evident, which allowed the visiting team to quickly reorganise, making any attempt by Tottenham to break through difficult. At various points, it seemed as though Postecoglou's side was playing without a clear idea of how to break down the opponent's defensive lines. Despite some interesting individual movement, the collective effort failed to create anything more significant, exposing a large gap in their offensive system. One of the critical issues was the performance of Tottenham's midfield, which failed to provide the necessary support to the attack. The team seemed to lose control of the game every time they tried to build more intricate plays. The dynamics of the team became overly predictable, which played into Crystal Palace's hands, as they took advantage of the slow build-up play to regain possession and launch rapid counter-attacks. Passes lacked the necessary quality, and the pressure from the opposition led to unforced errors, further hindering the home team's performance. The lack of movement and offensive options meant Tottenham couldn't sustain their possession for prolonged periods, hindering any attempts to impose themselves on the game. Moreover, Tottenham's defence also fell short of expectations. Despite the team's attempts to maintain control in attack, the defence was exposed at crucial moments, allowing Crystal Palace to create opportunities. The communication between the centre-backs was poor on several occasions, and the defensive organisation looked vulnerable to quick passes and long balls from the visitors. This defensive fragility, which had been a concern throughout the season, resurfaced and proved critical to the course of the match. There was a lack of consistency in dealing with quick transitions and marking key opposition players, which allowed Crystal Palace to get dangerously close to goal. Oliver Glasner, manager of Crystal Palace, took full advantage of the situation, setting up his team intelligently to defend solidly and launch quick counter-attacks, exploiting Tottenham's weaknesses. The visiting team showed great defensive organisation but also deserves credit for maintaining possession and not allowing Tottenham to impose their game. Glasner's work was effective in neutralising Tottenham's strengths, preventing them from controlling the ball comfortably in the final third of the pitch. This pragmatic approach was key for Crystal Palace to achieve a satisfactory performance in a difficult away game. Postecoglou's task now becomes even more challenging, as Tottenham will need to recover quickly to handle the pressure. The manager will need to reassess his tactical approach and make significant adjustments to the team, especially in terms of offensive creativity and defensive consistency. The team's recovery will not be an easy task, and the players will need to work with intensity and focus to get back to competing at the expected level. This result highlights the urgent need to strengthen the team's dynamics and find effective solutions to the problems that emerged during the game. With the loss, Tottenham's confidence has been shaken, and the emotional balance of the squad will be crucial in the coming weeks. The club is in a transitional phase under Postecoglou's leadership, and the mistakes made in this game cannot be ignored. The big question now is how the team will respond to this setback. Fans, who had been expecting a more solid performance, will have to trust in the coach and players' ability to bounce back and move forward. Tottenham must learn from this stumble and quickly reinvent themselves to avoid losing their way in the season. The next game will be essential to provide the response everyone is waiting for. The performance of Tottenham during the match raised a number of issues that need to be addressed, particularly regarding Postecoglou's tactical approach. The team, which had been praised for its offensive and proactive style, showed weaknesses in key aspects of the game. The failure to adapt to the difficulties posed by Crystal Palace was clear, especially in controlling the game and transitioning possession. Tottenham could not establish the expected rhythm, and their inability to adjust to the opponent's pragmatic style resulted in a performance below expectations. As a result, the negative outcome casts doubt on the team's ability to respond under pressure, something that will be crucial in the coming weeks, especially if they wish to maintain their ambitions for the season. Moreover, the management of space and creation of attacking plays was one of the most critical points. The team failed to exploit the gaps left by Crystal Palace's defence, allowing the away side to remain well-positioned and secure for much of the match. Tottenham had possession of the ball, but this proved ineffective due to the lack of offensive dynamism and predictability in their actions. Even with a few isolated attempts, the absence of a clear plan to break down the opposition's defence made the team predictable and unable to respond to adversity. The lack of ideas and the difficulty in imposing a smoother style of play were key factors in the disappointing result. To make matters worse, Tottenham displayed a worrying level of disorganization in defensive transitions. At crucial moments, when the team was trying to regain balance after losing possession, the defense appeared exposed and vulnerable, allowing Crystal Palace to create dangerous counterattacks. This was a recurring issue that had been seen earlier in the season and reappeared in this match. With the pressure of playing at home and the need to deliver results, the team failed to maintain the defensive stability expected of a competitive side. This not only compromised the consistency of the defense but also prevented Tottenham from establishing a solid foundation from which they could launch more effective attacks. The lack of cohesion between departments and the inability to neutralize the opponent's quick transitions were crucial aspects that ultimately undermined the team's performance. Before we jump back in, here's a quick challenge for you: help us hit that massive milestone of 2,000 subscribers. Smash the like button and subscribe now. Your support keeps the content flowing and the community growing. Let's hit this goal together. Now, we would like to hear the Tottenham fans' opinions on the team's performance in this game. Based on what was presented on the field, how do the supporters assess the overall performance of the team? Tottenham, which had been praised for its offensive and dynamic approach, was unable to establish the expected rhythm against Crystal Palace. The team appeared lost at times, struggling to adapt to the difficulties imposed by the opponent. Possession was fairly controlled, but without effectiveness, and the lack of creativity and fluency in attack was evident. Furthermore, the failures in game control and possession transitions highlighted a fragility that many did not expect to see in a team managed by Postecoglou. For the fans, what are the key areas that need urgent improvement for Tottenham to become competitive again and remain in contention for their goals this season? Is there a sense of frustration regarding the lack of response from the team in the face of adversity, or is there patience for adjustments throughout the campaign? Regarding the changes made by Ange Postecoglou during the match, what do the supporters think of the manager's approach? Were the substitutions sufficient to alter the course of the game, or was there a lack of boldness in making tactical adjustments? Many fans might question whether the strategy employed was the most appropriate, especially considering that Crystal Palace managed to neutralize Tottenham's key strengths. Some may feel that Postecoglou should have made changes earlier or used different substitutions to try to turn the game around. The team showed difficulty in creating plays and adjusting to the opponent's pragmatic style, raising the question: is the manager successfully implementing his philosophy? Do the fans expect more consistency in future performances, with a more refined tactical approach, or do they still have confidence that the team, under Postecoglou's leadership, will find the best way to overcome these challenges in the near future? Stay ahead with all the latest Tottenham updates. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications to ensure you're always in the loop. Love what you see? Show your support with a like and let us know your thoughts in the comments. Your voice is important to Tottenham. Don't miss out. See you in the next video.